You know what they say in Spanish? Dios líbrame de las aguas mansas, porque de la brava me libro yo.
Yes.
Right?
What the God gives to the apple is what I'm going to give to you.
The worm?
The worm. It's
You
weird
don't like
to be
being
right
in
in the
the- you
middle.
don't like being in the
No, no. It's too
You're
too
the
much
king.
attention.
You heard it first. He doesn't like being in the middle.
No. Never in the middle.
Welcome back to another episode of Talk Fast, Listen Slow. I'm Kat.
And I am Angela.
And today our guest is hilarious Nick Guerra.
Thank you. Yay. Let's hope. All right. That's now the
No
bar's been
pressure.
set.
No, zero pressure. Zero pressure. So you just flew in from Dallas.
Yes.
Tell us about what were you doing in Dallas?
I was doing shows at a comedy club there, just knocking it out, playing with the audience, having a good time, picking on people, you know?
Nice.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the way to do it, you know? Put them in their
How
place.
do you do that? How do you
How do you pick
choose
someone?
How do you
Yeah.
choose who you're
You
gonna
just
pick
see
on?
it in their face.
Right? You see the fear in the face. Don't pick me.
No, I don't do that. You could see, actually, look, when you're on stage, you feel the people's vibes. You can
Right.
tell who to talk to, who not to talk
Right.
to, if you're smart enough about it. Typically, I go after guys in the audience because I can tear apart a guy no matter what.
Right.
Nobody in the audience is going to feel bad for him,
Yeah.
right?
What are those
Yeah.
khakis and loafers you're wearing? You know, it's
Exactly.
easy
So
to
just
pick.
knock them down. But I like to, when I pick on somebody, it's very complimentary, you know? So it's not anything like, too mean. It's not like you look stupid, you're dumb. Like if it's an older man, it's like, oh, you look like a strong, silent type. That's what you look like, right? And then I start breaking him down,
Right.
right? But it's never too mean.
Not yet.
Not yet. Sometimes it can be. Sometimes it can be. But like last night, I picked on this 18-year-old, and I was just like,
Which deserves to be picked up. What the hell is an 18-year-old?
exactly. I was like, man, at least you got stamina. Your dick's ready to
Right.
go right now with me
All the
saying
time,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, I said your dick's so strong. It's ready to go fight for the Ukraine.
This is how you end the war?
Yeah,
Is this
that's
how you end the war?
Your dick's like,
All
put
that
me in, sir. That
testosterone.
18-year-old dick, go in there. And I said, it still looks like your skin color. Enjoy it, right?
Fuck Russia.
Yeah. There you go. Exactly. Go out there, man.
Do you
So,
ever
yeah.
get hecklers?
Yeah.
How do you
yeah.
deal with hecklers?
I mean, it just depends. At first, I try to figure out, okay, are they actually heckling or are they just saying something that's kind of, they think that it's
Adding
going
to
along
it.
with it, right?
Mhm.
So you kind of base it on that. Figure out how drunk they are.
Right.
That's
You know
always
what
an
I'm
issue.
saying? And then if it's somebody that's aggressive that you can tell is just trying to interrupt the show, I give them 3 chances where I won't say
Oh,
anything
3.
because
You're
I need
generous.
the audience to not like them.
Right.
It's like they got, and then on the 3rd time is when I attack. So I had one, I was in San Antonio performing, and when I get close to home, I'm from South Texas. A lot of people come and see me. My sister brought out her crew. I didn't know who everybody was.
But everyone has guns there. You got to be careful, no?
Yeah, well, yeah, I tell them that. But you know what? I'm from Texas too.
Exactly.
Don't you interrupt my show.
Guns
You know,
blazing.
that's how it is. Like, yeah. So somebody kept heckling, kept trying to woo, whatever. And after a moment, I was like, so who are you? Like, are you one of my old high school buddies? Or, like, I can't see you. And it's like, nah, I'm a friend of your sister, right? That's what he's, yeah.
Oh.
And I was like, so you're a +1.
Know your place.
Yeah, I was like, I don't even fucking know you, and you're talking to me like I know you. Yeah, that's it. Know your place. Get out of here. So it just depends.
Is it usually guys or do you ever get women also?
Oh yeah, no, you get women.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The drunk women are always
Drunk
really
women,
the
yes.
worst.
Yes.
I saw one of your shows where you had, I think, was it a Russian lady?
Oh yeah, the Ice Queen, Sophia, the
Yes.
Ice Queen.
That was so, I mean, you nailed it.
Yeah. She was.
Is that a skit that you
No.
No. It was during the show.
It's a little clip that I have. I did it at the Ha, and I could tell that she was just kind of like, like, "Ugh, I'm too good to be here," kind
Right.
of thing, right? My friend brought me, whatever,
Mhm.
and I noticed it. I don't know how I started picking on her, but I was just tearing her apart. She's Russian. She was icing everybody out. She thought she was tough, and I was just kind of hammering her. She loved it though. She loves that attention.
Right, she got all the
yeah.
Probably
attention.
the only hammering she got that night.
Exactly. There you go. Man, damn, this is sassy.
Get some water,
Pew,
Dan.
pew,
Get
pew,
some-
pew, pew.
Talking about hammering, have you guys heard what's happening with Kim K?
What about her now?
I mean, what
What
Nick,
hasn't happened?
Well, I'm going to ask you something. What
Yeah.
advice would you give to women entrepreneurs?
To women entrepreneurs.
He's the right-
that
he's the right
hammering.
person.
Oh, that one.
He's
that
the right
one.
person to
Exactly.
Well, get up and work. All right, women, ladies, what are you doing, huh? Oh, I'm going to be a woman. Stop. Be a man.
Get the fuck up.
Oh, that's
You have
it,
kids?
man. Yeah.
You want to sleep?
Come on. Yeah. No, get rid of that. What do you want kids? Who wants kids? You
No one
know,
wants
not a
kids.
businesswoman. What's wrong with you?
No, I mean, it's so funny to me when these
Rihanna waited till she was worth almost $1 billion.
She's worth
to
$1
have
billion
kid.
already.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go. Boom.
I mean,
Sorry.
although Tony Baker refuses to admit that I don't know if you've seen that. He's like,
Who's Tony Baker?
the comic, right?
Oh,
oh, the comedian. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
like,
no,
I refuse to, like,
I
I
only-
still don't believe it. I just think she just has a big belly. She ate well.
Oh,
Like,
about that she's pregnant?
right.
Oh, that's funny.
Until she admits that
him
that
and
she's
Drake.
pregnant.
Him and Drake are on the same boat. Drake will not admit
No,
it.
Drake unfollowed them right away.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think Kim just doesn't need to. There's certain things it's like, don't
Coño.
talk.
Yes,
Exactly.
you don't have to have an
You don't have
opinion
to
about
say anything.
everything.
It's kind of like, remember when the Chick-fil-A CEO got in trouble because he did an interview with the Christian magazine and he said something that was like, I'm not for gay rights or something like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Right, yes.
And that's when everybody started protesting
Yes.
Chick-fil-A. Well, it's like, why are you asking the maker of a chicken sandwich what his political... Talk
Completely.
about chicken sandwiches
Yeah,
and pickles.
stick to the
That's it.
script.
That's it.
Your publicist gave you a fucking script.
Yeah,
Right.
just stick to
to
it.
the
It's like,
script.
Kim, shut up. All right?
It's also
I
like,
mean-
let's face it, she didn't even work hard in the tape. So what is she
I
I
talking
mean,
never
we
about?
know
saw it.
that.
I
I
never
never
saw
saw
it.
it either, but I've heard.
I can't.
yeah.
I can't. I
She
can't.
barely worked. It was all right, Jay.
I have
okay?
that. Yeah. Okay. I have that weird like morality where I cannot watch a celebrity sex tape.
Oh, so you haven't watched Pam and Tom?
No,
Tommy's
no,
is
no,
what you're
no,
saying.
no. I saw the Hulu series. But
Oh,
I
and
didn't
what do
see
you think
that.
about that?
I liked it.
Is
I liked it
good?
a
Yeah.
lot. I enjoyed it.
Pam hated it.
Really?
Really?
Oh, she hated. I don't know why. I think they painted her in a pretty good light. Like
They did. They really did. I mean, you know, I get it because she hated it because she doesn't want to relive it. It was a very bad time for her, and you realize
Right.
it even more with the
Yeah.
show. You're like, wow, I didn't know she was going through all that.
and
But
also
those two actors,
so
amazing.
good.
Yes,
The
yes.
prosthetics on that
Yeah.
girl, like you will have no
She
idea.
looks like Pam Anderson.
Yeah.
She looks like Pam Anderson.
She sounds like she's
Yes.
Australian. She
Yes.
sounds like her.
And-
And Sebastian Stan, I forgot that wasn't Tommy Lee
Right.
because
That's
he
right.
has the right cadence for Tommy
There's
Lee. Like
one-
it was good.
He's a Winter Soldier.
Yes.
There's one scene. Do you know what scene I'm talking about?
Yes.
Where
Was it the
dick
prosthetic?
talks?
Yeah, of course. Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
I've heard of it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. I
It
haven't
was
seen
a-
The dick has a scene.
yes.
And it's not even the show that wrote it. Tommy Lee in his book wrote that.
No, I didn't know
Oh,
This
that's
comes from
funny.
Tommy
Of
Lee's
course.
book, in
Of
which
course.
he says that he was given this God-given right, like, you know, the special power, if you will, that his dick would talk to him and say, you know, you got to do this and you got to do that. He would have full conversation with
Well, I mean, it was
his
as
Willie.
big as it was.
Mm.
It should have had a voice.
had a big opinion. for
Yeah,
sure.
it should. It's half of his body. It should be able to speak up for itself.
Absolutely.
And I
Crazy
have a
stuff.
question for you. Like, when did you know, or how did you figure out that you were funny? Because you're really funny.
When you get out of trouble for the first time, that's when you
Oh.
know. Usually, humor is a defensive technique.
Right.
You know, so people that are not fighters or people that can talk themselves out of a spanking,
Mhm.
that's where you're like, oh, if I make my parents laugh, they forget about what I did wrong. You know,
Right.
so that's it. You just start going after that, and then you learn it. It becomes your slice of life. You know, you go to school, you're the guy that can make people laugh. You
Right.
know, so you can hang out with everybody. It's like, oh, he's a funny guy.
Is
So
that how you got the girls?
the girls, they are charmed by humor. Yes,
I
women
mean,
like
if
the
you
sense of
if you can
humor.
make a girl laugh, you can do anything.
Yeah,
For
yes.
sure.
Yes, but you got to follow up. It's not just humor the whole time.
Right. Well, for
That's
sure.
the first step in. Then
How
there's
do you
more.
follow up? Tell us more.
How do I follow up? Well, you know.
By the
We'll talk
way-
to you about the shot after the
Oh,
shot.
man.
By the way, are those jokes? Because one of your jokes.
Uh-oh, we're
because
getting-
I know,
I
I
want to
know,
know
I
is like,
don't know
is
what
it
we're
really
talking about.
based on true relationships? Like, did you actually throw a thing of
Oh,
Sprite
okay.
or
So
7-Up
she
to your
did
girl?
throw a cat at
But
me.
wait. Let's expand.
She
Let's
did.
threw a
expand.
cat at
She
you?
did throw a cat at me.
Oh my god!
Which
okay.
cat?
My cat.
Not her. Okay.
No,
She
called
threw a
Gypsy.
cat.
She threw a cat at me, right?
Poor cat.
I know. Yeah, that's how it was.
But wait, how mad did you make? Because it's always
Right.
easy to be like, she's crazy.
I don't know what it was, honestly. I don't know if it was a situation. I had to figure it out,
Yeah,
right? She was a temperamental girl,
Mm.
all right? Look, it was
I
not a
mean, they
good
love them
rela
crazy,
it was
right?
not a good relationship. It was the first, early, you're young, you're both
Right.
20, like it's just insane.
Caffeinated.
Yeah, right? So she was upset with me. The whole thing about taking her to the drive-through and this and that, getting the Sprite. I didn't do it.
Oh, you didn't?
No, I
Okay.
didn't, all right?
Okay.
And I used to tell the joke the real way, which is I didn't do it. There is that moment when you want to throw something at the other person,
Right.
and I didn't. I chased her down
It's
in
why
the
he's
car,
alive.
got her back in. But when you're doing humor on stage, you learn that sometimes it's funnier just say you did it.
Right. Right.
Just go for it. So I was like, all right, I threw it.
It's way funnier. But the
Yeah.
reality is that you wouldn't be alive. So
No,
let's,
no, not at
let's,
all, not at all, not at
let's
all.
cut her
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
she was
yeah.
toxic.
She was very
But here's the
toxic.
thing.
But I'll say this. I was also a different type of toxic.
There you
Of
go.
course.
Like I accept where I was at in my life at that time. When you're young, you don't know how to communicate well with each other. So
Completely.
there's always going to be
Mhm.
missteps. And honestly, I think she wanted to live her best life young. Her favorite quote was, "Don't threaten me with a good time." That was her favorite quote.
That sounds like a brunch girl in Santa Monica to me.
Yes, and she was threatened with a good time a lot. Let's just say
Right.
that.
And so were you.
No,
And
not
so
then,
were
not
you.
then. But then I was like, "Oh, is that what we do now? Good times? All right, good times then."
We're
Well, don't
codependency.
bring a good time to a threatened place. That's what I said.
So now he goes to church and meets girls, the good old
No,
way.
what? Never, man. No. There was only one girl who was like ultra Christian that was into me for a moment, but but I think it was a front.
Wait, the church or the
Yeah,
being
from what
into
we
you?
ended up doing. The whole like, oh, I'm ultra conservative and Christian. I
So
was
she
like,
got on her
"Ah,
knees
I-
at church.
Yeah,
I mean, you know what they say in Spanish? Dios líbrame de las aguas mansas, porque de la brava me libro yo.
Yes.
Right?
What the God gives to the apple is what I'm gonna give to you.
The worm?
The worm. Yes. When the God when God has an apple, you better give the worm to it.
Right. And tell us about your podcast. True stories
True scary
about
stories? Yeah. I
That's-
mean, we talk about scary stories.
So,
you know.
so
The
how?
Sprite?
But
No,
like,
no. Like cryptids, skinwalkers, aliens,
true
things
Yes,
like that.
yes,
Yeah,
it's-
yeah.
I've heard some of the stories are actually
Wait, what's your
they're
favorite story?
scary, yeah.
What's your favorite story you've covered?
Of the scary story
Yeah.
stuff? I mean, I think people love the Skinwalkers one. Black-Eyed Children's probably one of the ones.
Wait,
that-
what is this?
So
Tell us more.
black-eyed children are supposedly these encounters that people have had where they're at home and late at night they'll get a knock on the door. And there will be these children outside who have just completely black eyes. And it's always the same story. They come in, they want to use the phone. They want to come into your house. They need to use something. Usually I need to call my parents, right?
You already know that's fake because kids don't use phones.
Exactly. Well,
Right.
it happened a lot back in the day,
Okay.
right? So everybody that encountered them said that I would get a weird feeling, I'd feel like there's something wrong with these kids. So I
The
would
eyes
say,
didn't give it away?
no, it's
Right.
yeah,
The
the
fuck?
eyes
the
and then
dilated
just the
pupils.
vibe.
Yeah.
And then eventually they're like, almost every story is like, and then a car would pull up and a guy in a black suit would come out, grab the kids, and that would be it, And the people that did accept the kids, they said, we brought them in, for the rest, I started getting headaches, our cat died, things started happening. So it was a weird phenomenon, whether it's true or not, it's an interesting thing to read about.
Right.
Absolutely.
Have you
There's a
had
lot of
anything
'em.
scary personally? Do you
encounters?
happen? Yeah.
I guess maybe this. I'll say this. I was on a podcast once with a medium, right? So it was
Oh.
it was a
Okay.
host and a medium, and they would do whatever, and
Whatever the fuck-
whatever they do, yeah.
do. So they asked me to be a guest, and they actually had somebody there that wanted to, contact somebody from the
It has
other
passed.
side.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I'm sitting there, just the comedian, waiting for my turn to talk. And the medium starts talking to the lady and starts saying some very specific things to the point where you're like, This
sure.
is very specific. Like,
Right.
this isn't let me fish around.
Right.
Like, does their name start with an M? It was like right to the point, you
Mhm.
know? Like, your friend Ralph wants you to know that he doesn't want you to feel bad for the fact that he committed suicide, that kind of thing, you know? Like,
Shit.
Wow.
immediate,
So
right?
it's like the real deal.
Yeah. So I'm sitting there just waiting, and then she turns to me and she's like, "And there's people here that want to talk to you." And I was like, "Oh, I don't want to talk to
Yeah,
anybody.
no.
Like, what are you asking me to? I don't have anyone on my list, right?"
Right.
Mhm.
So they were like, "Okay." So the first person was, "There's an uncle here that wants to tell you to tell his kids to stop worrying about the money." Well, I just had an uncle that had passed away, like maybe 3 months earlier,
Oh,
and when I told
wow.
my mom, she said that that's what the
Kids were talking
they're
about.
yeah, they were all arguing about who's gonna keep what, blah
Right.
blah blah, right? Then the next one was
I mean, I could have guessed that. Any Latino family, they're gonna be
yeah, so I was
fighting
like,
about
all
money.
right. So I was like, okay, interesting. The next was your sister's ex-boyfriend is here and he wants her to know that she was right. Tell her she was right. My sister's ex-boyfriend committed suicide, like in front of her apartment, right?
Ooh.
Oh,
So,
wow.
left her with a kid, things like that, right? So, and then out of nowhere, he was like, also, did you have any dogs growing up? And I was like, no, I didn't. Well, there's a whole lot of dogs here that want to tell you you're a good guy.
Aw.
But as a comedian, I crashed in a lot of houses with dogs. And there were some dogs that I used to, be around a lot that did pass away. So I was like, okay, whatever. So I took those messages back. Right? I told my mom, I told my sister. But before I did, I was at the hotel just kind of getting ready for the show, and I started hearing like electronic voices.
Nope. Nope.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I
Uh-uh.
just like trying to
Nope.
call me like Nick.
Really?
Yeah. And I already know that the supposed thing about spirits is they do try to talk to you
Yes.
through electronic
Yes.
things. So I just was
Lights
like, I'll tell him when
flickering.
I tell him. That's what I said.
I'll get to
I'll
it.
get to it when I'm here. I'm working.
No
Okay.
hold on. No hold on.
Yeah, and then it stopped.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my
That's
God.
never happened to me. I think I'd be too scared. I think ghosts know that I'd be too
I
scared.
mean,
Yeah.
I've had experiences.
Yeah, but you have downloads all the time.
All the
This
time,
bitch,
yeah.
this bitch is like, so this is what I saw. This is what you gotta do. She'll have like vivid ass downloads.
Or I'll
What?
just have full-on conversations where they start talking to me and I like they're like, okay, like, or they tell me like, no, don't wear this. I'm like, what do you mean don't wear
They're
this?
Are you
stylists.
sure that's
They're
not?
stylists.
Oh, okay. All right.
No,
they passed on.
Okay. All right. But they're hanging out.
Like,
Hey,
put on
wait a
something
minute.
sexy on today. You look like shit.
Yeah.
What? Thank you.
Whoa.
Is that your mother? Is your mother? No, I'm kidding.
Are
The
you
fuck?
sure
No,
that's
my
just
mom
not?
is nope.
Just
That's messed up.
100% because like I've heard actual things like if you go here, you're gonna run into so and so, and it's been like that.
We told the story in the podcast.
Yeah, we told the story in the podcast. We told the
Yeah.
story in the
Yeah. It's
so
wild.
I
I mean,
mean,
I put in as much belief as I want to. I
right.
tell people, look, everything can be explained. But if you
Exactly.
really want it to be explained, you also got to accept that there's a lot of things that are beyond your idea of what is
Right.
real.
Right.
At its most scientific core, we are all energy.
Exactly.
All right. Yeah.
Adam's energy.
Everything is energy. And when you are, when you finish with being you,
Mhm.
what happens to those atoms?
Right.
They're
They
gonna
go
just
off
go
and they
away.
become something else. They don't
Yeah.
go away. They
Right.
don't destroy.
No,
Mhm.
energy
They become other
transforms.
things. You
Yeah.
transform. And
This is now a science podcast.
yeah. And emotion is energy. That's why when you
Mhm.
have
Yes.
certain emotions, you either
And
raise
people
with
can
energy
feel
or
it.
low.
And
Yeah.
people can feel you.
So if somebody dies traumatically, what's
Mhm.
usually left behind is the trauma,
Mhm.
the energy, the anger, the grief energy.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's
It's
a good
not the
point.
real person.
That's a
It's
good
the
point.
emotion, which
Right.
is why the emotion feels so extreme.
Also,
You
like
know?
so they say a lot of people that are in purgatory per se,
Mhm.
like in the middle, because they have unfinished business,
Yeah.
right? So these are some people that have like that hear voices of do this or
Right.
do the other thing, something they didn't finish.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be crazy? Apparently, I heard a medium say that those people in purgatory don't know that they're dead.
Yeah. I've heard
Right.
that
Right.
too.
Right.
Isn't that
Right.
crazy?
They don't know that they're
That they're
dead.
just like going on, like thinking that they're
Yeah.
doing things, and
Yeah. I knew somebody who could contact people like that
Really.
and had like some, not even like friends, acquaintances that passed away and informed them you're dead. And those acquaintances are like, yeah, we thought so, right?
Really?
it's like
Yeah,
Beetlejuice, like
yeah, we
Beetlejuice,
thought
like
so. And then one fought it, like, no, I'm not. What are you talking about?
What?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Have you talked about this on your show? Like, your experiences?
Yeah, we have.
Yeah?
Yeah. I've only had a few, but it's very interesting to hear, especially with other comics. Some of them will tell us more of what's happened to them, and it's pretty wild. It gets scary. One of our guests had got visited by the Hat Man. Have you ever heard of the Hat Man?
No. The Hat
So
Is
Man?
that a
it's
thing?
yeah. Look it up, the Hat Man. It's this shadow person who was always seen with like a fedora or a hat or something like
The
that, right?
mask? Like a dude from The
Yeah.
Mask?
And people get scared because he comes in, he looks
Oh,
scary.
he's
You know what
like
I'm
the
saying?
chief of the cemetery or something
Well,
like
this
that?
is what I think I figured out because I read a couple of stories.
So Nick is now also an
Tales from the
investigator.
Crypt.
Yes, I'm an
Yeah.
investigator.
A
Um,
paranormal
yes,
investigator.
yes, an expert. After the stories I read, and my friend's experience, because he said he came in and pointed at him, and my
No.
co-host, her sister had seen the Hat Man, right?
Where?
In the house, just in the house, right?
Okay.
So after reading these stories and hearing my friend's story, I had figured out, I was like, okay, there seems to be a correlation with him showing up and somebody having passed.
I was just gonna
And I
say
was
that,
like,
yeah.
I think this is somebody that comes and finds those spirits that don't know they're gone and says, "Come
Oh.
on."
Puts him in the hat?
And of course
Ooh,
he
I
look
just
yeah,
got
puts his yeah.
goosebumps.
Puts him in the hat, take him on, jump in.
Right,
Whoop,
let's
no.
go.
But he scares them. I mean, he
Of
scares the
course.
people that can see him, but he's there for a specific reason. I need to get this guy
Right.
to leave because he's hanging
Oh.
around you.
Oh my god, okay, I just got
He should have
goose
come to my stalker. Like
Yeah, there
that's
you go.
what I
I
need
need
for
to
the
get this guy.
stalkers.
Well, you gotta hire. Have you ever hired a guy in a fedora?
No, I just have cousins. I
You
have
should do
Dominican
it. There you
cousins.
go. Then
They
they'll
don't need
do it. There you go.
fedoras.
You get it. You
They don't need
understand the Hat
fedoras.
Man.
We need plátanos. That's it. We're good.
Oh my god, wow.
Yeah, so there's a lot of things that kind of, you could freak yourself out and, it's
There's
just
enough
And
things.
do you think you became a little bit more sensitive to this since you started doing the podcast and reading these stories?
I actually hope I'm more like dim to it. I don't want to
Okay.
be sensitive to it. I don't
Okay.
actually want
Right.
to, so a lot of
Permeate like your soul.
yeah, we tell jokes about it. Hopefully nothing's attached to us, you know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right, right,
Yeah.
right.
We're not inviting any of
No.
them in.
No,
No.
no, no, no.
No,
Do
no,
you do like
no.
holy water and like
Yeah,
burn some sage?
sage. Yeah, there you go.
I'm not
Sage.
trying to fuck with that shit.
Incense
And
I
I
and
will
wear a
lavender,
crown
right.
of crystals. I'm like, come
I will
on.
always remember when I watched The Exorcist when I was like
That's the
10.
scariest
The
movie ever.
scariest movie. I mean, I couldn't sleep for
Nothing tops
months.
it.
Yeah.
I still can't sleep if I watch
I
that
agree.
movie.
I
It's the
cannot.
scariest movie.
And I don't know why, because
Because it's a real story.
oh, maybe that's what it is.
Because it's a real
And
story.
the vomit scene, that will fuck me up forever.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
Well, you
the
also saw it
head.
at 10.
This is true.
right.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
still seeing it now
But I
as
feel like
an
American
adult.
kids watch all that shit and nothing happens to them. They're just like
Oh, yeah.
in
no,
I
America,
mean,
no.
with
these
social
kids
media,
were-
they're exposed with so many stuff, like nothing phases them.
Yeah. Well, and,
What do
like
you
you
think about-
said,
what do you think about kids-
Latinos, they have that too much of that super spirit strength.
superstition, like the
yes.
hell, they get
Yeah,
el diablo
it's
va a
too
venir a
much.
buscarte,
Yeah.
vaina.
The
El cuco.
demons know that they could talk to us. Hey, they'll listen. When God gives you an apple, put a worm,
worm
in it. Like, who said that?
Are we making t-shirts now? I'm into this phrase. I am so into this phrase. What do you think about kids and TikTok? What's your whole thing? Because I don't know how I feel. I mean, I'm not even fucking TikTok. I don't even get that.
No.
It's like way
and we
more
don't have
advanced.
kids, so.
At
not
this,
thank
at this
God.
rate, never happened.
Well, you know how I feel about kids, so
Yeah.
We all know how she feels about
How do you
kids.
feel about kids?
I'm not having kids.
Neither am I.
There you go.
Really?
Nope.
Yeah.
I told you I made up my mind a long time ago.
Yeah.
Nope.
Don't want. I
Snip,
never
snip?
wanted kids.
Snip, snip.
I want to.
You better start snipping.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm all right. I want to though. So what do you mean you better start? You think I'm just out here shooting in
You're
anything
talking
I
about
can?
apples and worms? I don't know.
Wait, but are you dating anyone? Are you single?
No, I'm dating. I'm dating.
Oh,
Yeah,
good,
yeah,
good,
yeah,
good,
yeah.
good.
Somebody locked me down. Someone always locks me down.
Aw, good girl.
Wait, does she want to have kids?
No.
Okay, good, perfect.
That's why he's locked down. Cause
Yeah.
Yeah.
she did.
No.
yeah, because that's a problem.
It is a problem.
Yeah.
I
no.
feel like a lot of people that start, especially these days where dating is a shit show, just in general.
Mhm.
But I feel like you have to lie. A lot of people feel like they have to lie at the beginning to, to make this person like them. Like, oh, you don't
Of
want kids?
course. Yeah.
It's okay. I never want to have kids. And then you're like fucking volunteering at night with the babies,
yeah,
like
Yeah.
you
Well,
can.
like when I was 24, I was dating this girl who's that thing. Like I was like, I don't want kids, stuff like that, right? She was probably like 22. And at a certain point, like maybe about 2 years later, because I started traveling a lot, I was like, I don't want to have kids. And she's like, well, I
Reminder.
was just hoping that
Right. You would change your
Maybe,
mind.
yeah, you change your mind. So I actually was like, came to the decision of I need to end this
Yeah.
relationship because you need to find somebody that wants that.
Right.
You need to find them now, because
Right.
you're in your 20s. Go do it now.
Right.
Don't waste years on me,
That's
a
fact
traveling
that's
comic.
respectable. Because
Yeah,
a
yeah,
lot of
yeah.
these
Yeah.
fucking men out here are like, whatever,
And I had to
they'll
call her again and remind her, we're not together.
Oh
Like,
my.
because she was holding out, like, well, I was hoping. I was like, no, go
Yeah.
find
And it's
somebody.
always like that. I mean, and that's the thing between men and women. Men typically say
the
how they
truth.
feel, the truth right
Period.
away. And yeah, and we don't want to see it.
We're
We're the
like, we
ones.
can
Well,
change him. He's a serial killer. I
right.
can
Yeah,
change
I
him.
can. Yeah, I can.
He hasn't met me.
I can reform. Yes.
He hasn't met this
Madre
bomb ass.
Teresa. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
No.
you got to kill with him. If
Exactly.
What are
if
we
you
talking
date
about?
a
Exactly.
serial killer, you got to kill
You
with
got to
him.
kill with him.
That's
Yeah.
or he kills you. I mean, it's one or
It's
the
one or
other.
the other.
He's
You
gonna
gotta do
take
it
you. You gotta,
together.
yeah.
Bonnie and Clyde, Harley Quinn and Joker. You got to
There
kill
you
with
go.
him.
It's ride or die, baby.
That's it, right?
But yeah, like you can't change a man, and I feel like it's
Unless
probably
he
the same.
wants to. But that has
Yeah.
to be something that he wants to do, and he will do it on his own.
It just depends on what you mean by change.
Right.
In terms
Okay, do you want
of fundamentals, like a
like?
fundamental like no kids. But a man
Yeah,
tells you
no,
has
you
no
can't
kids.
do that.
Yeah. That,
Also,
exactly.
if I'm there's a
You
lot of code
shouldn't do
words.
that. When somebody says no, it's
Just
like, yeah,
walk
there's
away.
a lot of guys that want kids out there. Yeah.
Some
A
of them want.
lot, actually.
Some of them
I'm
want.
Yeah,
surprised.
there's a lot.
Tristan has like 15. Like there's a lot of
Yeah.
men out there that
And
want
Nick
kids.
Cannon's like he has a
Did you hear
Yeah.
and
the
Chris Brown.
Did you
Yeah.
hear the whole thing about Nick Cannon? I was reading this. I don't know how true it is, but allegedly. Um, so he has like some sort of disease that he needs to keep injecting like platelets. What is that? Like the embryo?
Yes.
So apparently he keeps having babies. So he keeps like, ¿cómo se dice?
Ejaculando.
No, que ejaculando.
Okay.
What is it in the embryos? Like the
Uh-huh.
embryo, la placenta. ¿Qué está ahí? The
Wait,
thing on the placenta.
Man,
Wait,
stem cells? No.
Stem cells,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
like things
okay.
like that. So apparently, like he needs to do all that stem cells like all the time so he can keep healthy. I mean, I don't know how true it is, but
So
that's
he has
what
an
I heard.
That's
autoimmune
why
or
he has a
something
whole
like
bunch
that?
of
Yeah.
kids.
I
So
mean,
they could
that's
take
what.
their stem cells.
I don't know, dude.
Man.
I don't know. I don't trust
Oh
anyone
wait,
these
are we
days.
talking about
Well,
Illuminati
you know.
shit and stuff like that here?
I
Don't they say
know.
that
It's like-
Hollywood people drink like baby's bloods? Like, isn't that-
wait, yeah, cheers.
That's how we stay young.
The adrenochrome. That's what we're drinking here now.
Yeah,
To
yeah.
stay young.
Yeah,
How do
stay
you know-
young.
How do you-
Dracula.
How do you know those words? I don't know how you know those
What?
words.
You don't
What?
know those words?
You don't know
How do
those?
you exist in Hollywood? You don't know those
Exactly.
words.
Exactly. We're in Hollywood.
I don't exist in Hollywood. They
Man.
won't let me in. They won't
Yeah.
let me in.
Well, I mean,
You've never had an adrenochrome pizza?
and pizza.
No.
Keto.
Adrenochrome and pizza.
And
Those
pizza.
two words
Those
together.
are the two things that keep Hollywood
What's the name of the
going.
pizza shop again?
I forgot what it was. I forgot.
Oh, we're gonna go in the gate now. We're gonna
Oh
go
my
into
God.
the gates.
No.
You're not part of the crowd. Sorry, you haven't been
Sorry.
invited.
Sorry.
Sorry.
You know what's really high right now? Gas. What are you guys doing
Right?
with
How do
these
you feel
gases?
about gas, Nick?
Yo, when you do what you love, gas prices don't matter.
There you go.
Everybody that complains is like you hate your job. You
someone-
hate your routine. Stop
Someone
driving.
posted a meme the other day.
The
It's
memes
like,
are hilarious. The
like-
gas memes are above
it's
and
like,
beyond.
I don't know why people are complaining about gas prices being high. I thought y'all were catching flights, not
Not
feelings.
feelings. That's so-
And
Yeah.
you guys were glowing and making money and glowing.
Yep.
Someone was like, "This is a coercion from the government because people are obese. They're trying to make people walk." It's not a bad idea.
I mean, you heard what's the solution? Buy an electrical car.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's what Kim Kardashian would
Or
say.
just lock down for
I
another
mean,
year.
that's what Biden says. Just, in Jen Psaki, just buy an electrical car.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You can all do that.
Elon is gonna
Make
co-sign
an
that.
electrical car.
Right. You make it yourself. Right? Make
Yeah.
yourself an
Make
electrical
it
car.
yourself.
Come
Come
on.
on, how hard could it be?
They're-
Radio Shack used to have everything.
They had answers.
Yes.
Right.
All we have is questions now.
And we took them for granted.
We
Radio
did.
Shack, man. They were
All we have
there.
is questions left.
Yeah.
That's all we have now.
Nah, we're like, I don't know. How do I solder? I don't know what to do now.
I love that you do the mixtapes, by the way. You should do.
Oh, I know I tried to.
How long does it take you to put a mixtape together?
It just depends on how much I want to interact with people on social media.
Right.
I like putting up funny videos, but I don't like half of the audience it attracts because it kind of attracts
Oh.
those like
Like, are you
troll
co-signing
dudes.
this?
Huh?
Like, are you co-signing this? You're like, no, it's a funny video. I'm not
Yeah,
Right,
yeah, that
right.
too. It's a funny video. Yeah, some people are like, "Oh, this
reading into it.
oh my god, why would you?" It's like
She
they
fell on
they
her
either
face. It's
survived or they
hilarious.
didn't. You didn't know about them. Who gives a fuck?
Right,
Fuck you.
right.
They were dumb
You
enough
really
to jump.
go find them then. You're hurt? Go find them. Fuck out of here, right? Why you bother me? So that's
Mhm.
that. But then you also attract like, the kind of like the incel men who enjoy seeing people fail.
Oh,
And so then
wait a minute.
yeah, so you get them and they're jackasses. They start, like trying to do their own jokes and stuff like that. And if you post anything they don't think is right, they get, oh, you're not patriotic. You don't know anything
Oh,
about
here
the
we
first.
go.
Oh my god.
So there's a audience, that you attract with that. And so I try to like sift them out because I honestly don't care I don't care to have fans that I don't want.
No.
Right.
That's it. It's like I don't
Isn't
want
it
you.
funny that trolls love that shit? Like, don't follow. You know, you can unfollow me.
Yeah,
There's
yeah, yeah.
Right.
millions and millions and
Oh,
millions
my
of people out
block
there.
list is so big. I'm like, block. I don't give a shit. Get
Yeah,
outta here.
you
I
don't even
care.
interact.
Don't even. Yeah, done. Block. See you later. There was like 5 years ago. I went on live stream. I forgot I posted something.
Live stream?
Yeah.
Like
right.
live?
Yeah. But on Facebook Live. That's what I
Oh,
did.
right.
Yes, back
You can
when it
tell.
was
You can
still
tell
kinda
he's
hip.
old because he called it a live stream.
It was live stream back then. It was like 5 years ago. It was live stream. All right.
Facebook Live.
What would
Facebook Live, yeah,
what would I say?
You went-
Facebook
Yeah,
Live.
okay, Facebook
You
Live.
It's like, what kind of channel?
What
is
would I
live
say,
stream?
huh? So I forgot. I posted something about, because I grew up in a border town, so I was very against the kids in cages, and I posted my thoughts
Right.
about it.
Ugh.
And of all the people to attack you, it's always the people from those towns. You
Isn't that
can't
fucked
believe
up?
that.
Always
Yeah,
like that,
always
yeah.
So
them.
fucked up.
So
Is it
hateful.
just always Latinos against Latinos? It's
Yeah.
always that.
So I went on live stream and I
show the
opened
kids-
up my laptop. No, and I
show the kids
showed
in their
I
cages.
showed everybody me blocking every
Ah.
single person. I called it my
This is
block
how much
party.
I care.
It's like how much? Yeah, I don't
You
give a
should
shit
have just
about
had
you.
babies in cages and be like, "Your live stream."
I should have had babies in
In
cages.
cages.
You should have babies in cages. Put them in there.
and
the
eating
ca-
ribs at the same time.
Yeah, there you go.
Am I giving you material here?
Yeah. Good
love
job.
it. Good job.
So yeah, that's it. It takes me some time to put up. It's fun. It's fun to put them up, but you
It's funny.
also
Yeah.
gotta know which videos are kind of fresh to people.
Right.
Because
So
people are like, I saw that 20
I
times.
know. I
Bitch,
know.
keep
Who
scrolling.
cares?
Keep
Like, yeah, shut
scrolling.
up.
I was
This
like,
this
that's
is
not even
for you.
real. Well, then don't laugh at it.
I will say, I feel like Instagram now is Instagram, probably TikTok. It's so full of these like acted skits, and you're like,
I
"What?"
know. Did you like all the ones? You see the one where the girl was supposedly breastfeeding a cat on the airplane?
No.
Yeah. So it's they showed it's a doll, right?
Right.
But apparently there's a group of magicians that make all those videos. They do that on purpose. So they do the ones where the airplane freakouts, right? It's always the same airplane. They also do the ones where the veteran
Yes.
coming home in the box, and
And then he
they
wakes
they
up.
even put in there is like, this is all for fun. This
Right,
is
this is
isn't that-
fake, this is
yeah.
fake.
But people delete that shit
But
and they
people-
just keep posting
yeah.
it, and so people think it's real.
It's
like
real.
like the emotional support. There was like a emotional support cat, but it was
Yeah.
like frozen.
Yeah.
That was also
That's the
fake.
one. Yeah, on
Yeah,
the
yeah.
airplane.
Oh, that's it.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
She was like,
Yeah.
"What are you talking about? It's my emotional support." Yeah. I remember.
Yes. Yeah. So
And
it's
the
all
peacock.
fake.
Did you see the new one with the peacock?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
no.
yeah, I
Someone
saw
bought
that
a big ass peacock. That has to be
Emotional
fake.
support animal.
Yeah. Yeah, you can always tell too, because it's always the same.
Can you bring a
angles and
boyfriend as
that.
your emotional support animal?
You could try.
Try.
Probably.
You could try. Is he trained? You got to know what.
They're
First
never
off,
trained. They're
when
never
you fill
trained.
out the form for it, you got to put in who's the trainer. Has
He
he
is
gotten
wearing
his? When was the
diapers.
last time he got his shots? You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly.
He got a shot in this morning. What else?
Yeah. Oh, you silly. This one's silly. Is that why you keep her around?
That's it. That's my home.
All
I'm the
right.
clown. That's it.
Yay. I like it. What's the name of this podcast?
Talk fast,
Talk
listen
fast and
slow.
listens.
Never listen. We never listen. Sliving.
We just talk
Slithing.
fast.
Talk fast.
As Paris says, we're sliving.
Spit it or
All
shoot
right,
it.
all right.
Right?
Oh, that's a new segment.
Yeah.
You're not gonna.
Spit it or shoot it.
Yeah.
Okay,
This is
all
a new
right.
segment.
Okay.
You might next time you come, we'll have a spit it
Sure.
or shoot it.
Okay.
yeah.
All right. All
What do you,
right.
okay, what do you think it is? Just based on the name alone.
Spit it or
Or
shoot
shoot
it.
it, yeah.
Oh, moonshine shots. That would be
Yes!
Yeah. There There you go.
Oh,
Boom.
you're
It
too
would
smart.
it would be like
I know where you thought I was gonna go. Oh, is that what you guys are trying to
no,
do?
no, no. Well,
Get me into
wait,
a
this is a
you know
concept.
Weinstein case here? Is that what you're trying to do to my career?
Hashtag me too.
Me too,
And then
right.
you too. No, the concept is we ask you a very inappropriate question or a question you might not want to answer. And then if you don't answer it, you have to shoot it. You gotta spit it or shoot it.
You gotta shoot it. That's right.
Oh, take a shot.
Take a shot. Yeah.
Oh, too bad, man. All right. Well, what's an example of an inappropriate question?
What would be an inappropriate question?
For Nick Guerra?
Yeah. Have you ever done a virtual orgy?
No.
Okay.
No. What was that? What?
That's a new thing.
Yeah. No.
So apparently,
no.
I was
Wait,
reading this.
in
I
the
learned-
metaverse?
Oh, that's something that you took that shit to a whole other
I
level.
mean, that's virtual. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know.
So apparently couples, and this is like pandemic friendly, right? So instead of having, the weird, not weird, let me not judge people's sexual
Of
lives.
course.
Yeah.
But instead
the
of
strange.
The
fetishes.
unusual,
Just kidding.
The
No,
fetishes.
yeah.
Whatever
The
people do.
orgy fetish.
yeah.
Yeah.
So instead of having those like what is it, eyes wide open or eyes wide shut?
Eyes
wide
wide
shut.
shut. Yeah.
yeah.
Key
Instead
parties,
of
all
having
that kind of
those,
stuff.
they were
Yeah.
having those virtually.
Oh.
So like in Zoom and stuff like that?
Yeah, like can you imagine joining that by accident? Hey
Yeah.
guys, so the spreadsheet that oh shit.
Oh no! Everyone's spreadsheet.
Look at page 5.
No.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Which
Yeah,
number
no.
are we doing here again?
Yeah, no, I'm not.
4. Just
No.
4.
I'm not into that.
No.
Normal people that are into that, not the most attractive people. in
It's
the world.
true.
Yeah.
It's so
I'm
true.
True, but I mean, there are some stories in Hollywood of
Which ones, Catherine?
well-known people.
Well, the
Well-known.
well-known ones, and of course, you throw down. Yeah, of course, Steve Buscemi, sure. If he's
I mean,
what? No. Oh.
Which
not, I didn't know about
Oh, no.
Steve
Which
Buscemi.
which
right.
eye is he looking at you with? I would be too confused.
Oh, sorry. Okay, no, not that.
Oh, you went to that one,
No,
huh?
yeah, that was that one.
No,
Yes.
that's not the cool people one though.
I mean,
Anyway, yeah, let's not continue talking about
Yeah.
that
I think
because all this is allegedly,
But
by the way.
how cool are they? There's actually only one
right.
cool person, the ultimate one. Whoever it is, whoever is the king of the hill, queen of the hill.
whoever owns the house, let's
that's
fucking
the
face
top
it.
one. The one where everyone's like, oh fuck.
They're like the pull, right? They're
Yeah,
the pull
like,
to
oh,
get people
out of
there.
here. Yeah. The
know,
one
Brad
that they
Pitt's
all
coming or
want.
whatever.
yeah, well, I mean, it's someone like on that
You're
level.
right. The one that they all are like, oh, I hope.
Hope he's vaccinated today. Let's go.
I'm gonna show up early.
Can you ever watch that show Hollywood? It's very, very good.
Yeah, I saw like the first episode.
So no, I mean I thought it was good, but that's not the point. The point is that in the show,
Mhm.
they basically followed like when Hollywood started being
Right.
Hollywood, right? And these young actors would come and they would do literally anything. Like
Yeah.
for example, the main actor in the
Mhm.
show was like a gas attendant, but really he was a gigolo. And so old rich women would come. He was like, "What? This is what
Yes.
people do." And then you follow him through the show, and then his manager, his agent, was gay, but he wasn't out because he couldn't be in the 50s,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Right.
And then they would host these parties with young boys. Like they were all beautiful young boys. And apparently, like I was reading articles, I don't know how true it is, but Catherine's gonna chime in any second now. That apparently this is like happens all the time in Hollywood where
Yeah.
like these young actors have no idea what they're going to these parties for, and it happens to be like, oh, Cal,
Oh,
get on your
yeah.
knees. You went at this part? Okay, great.
Oh man.
I mean, when
I mean,
there's
Is this
a
why you're not an actor?
I was not young enough, I guess. Man, I
I mean,
should have
but you
come to
can play-
Hollywood earlier.
but
I
you
should
can
have
play
gotten-
younger though. You can play
I
younger.
could,
Yeah.
but playing younger and being younger, they know they fish you out.
They- yeah,
yeah. They're like, yeah,
Body
you can
language
play
says-
younger, but we're not gonna have your 39-year-old lips on us.
No.
Get out of
Get outta here.
you son of a bitch.
It's kind of offensive you didn't get an invite, right? Like,
Yeah,
that's
I
kind of-
know. Like,
you
whoa,
know?
not me. Okay.
Nick, so where can we find you? What are your socials? And
Nick
what are your-
Comic.
Nick Comic?
That's the big one on Instagram, Twitter, all that kind of stuff. You can find my YouTube stuff or
Right.
yeah, and then I've got that special out, HBO Max, Love Me at My Worst. I've got a G-rated special, Enjoy Life. It's on Dry Bar, right?
Oh,
on Dry
okay.
Bar.
Yeah, Dry Bar Comedy.
Yeah.
It's outlet that does a lot of G-rated specials. And then I'm gonna have my next comedy album's gonna come out in about a month.
Nice.
Well, that's exciting.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
exciting.
Are you going on tour?
I hope.
Well, I sure do hope we get to see
I
you
really
again at-
want to try.
Follow him, and you guys can find out when he's in your town, or if he's here in LA. He does some shows here in LA
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
So he's around. Go see him. We love you,
Follow
Nick.
him.
Thank you so
Thank
much for
you.
coming
Thank you
Aw,
on.
for
thank you so
being here. We hope
much.
to have you again. And I hope
Yeah.
to see you again at Brownish. I'm going to be on top of Eric. You need to bring
I
Nick
know,
Guerra
man.
again.
I need to tell him
We're
that.
just gonna send him this clip. So
Yeah,
he-
yeah,
you will.
Eric. You see, two people. Two people want to see me.
Eric,
Boom.
tienes que traerlo de nuevo.
Ya tú sabes.
Yes,
This is
and
Talk Fast, Listen Slow. You can find us everywhere you pod. And see you
Don't
next time.
forget to like, subscribe, and share. I'm Kat.
You know who the fuck I am. I'm Angela, and I will see you next time. Bye.